if he has to, he'll bring me out of a cave full of bears. He makes me feel less scared. I dedicate this poem to my family, and I love them gladly.
Can't think of. It doesn't even matter, cause I move more faster than your blink does. I mean your eye does. I'ma continue to give you what you want if you should try one of the words that we spit for the people, because well, we really commit to the vocabulary extraordinary. Rhymes is what I give to you, the library is where I read them, kinda like my girl Marlena. I'ma continue to give it to you, not a player, real serious. Yeah, I'm known as a lyricist, giving it to the people. I knew that you was feeling this. Recognize this, be one of the wisest. A minute ago we was on stage with a pirate. He was flipping knives and things that were sharp, but I ain't really ready to bring nothing like that into my show. I just use words. If I flip a knife, then I might get cut. I don't want that to happen. I like having hands. I like spitting words that the people understand. Yeah, reading is fundamental.
Okay, so I decided to put on this project called Reading Rainbow in the Park after the Stanford Alumni Association solicited all the alumni to this is a day where all Stanford alumni get together and commit and give back to the community. So I wanted to come up with a project. Basically, you come up with a project, they provide volunteers. So I knew that being able to read at a young age is why I'm here today. I grew up poor. My mom only took us to places that were free, which was the park and the library. And so I was able to read before I got into kindergarten. And that's probably why I was always able to do well in school, whereas all my peers, a lot of them, not all of them, sorry, a lot of them did not go to college. I was able to get into Stanford and have a career as an electrical engineer now, and my life is totally different. I make good money, I was poor, we had many struggles growing up, and I just thought to myself, what was so important that really allowed me to get to where I'm at. I feel very blessed, don't take that for granted, and that's why I really wanted to contribute to this day of service. So I remember me going to the library and grabbing a whole bunch of books and them telling me that 10 books was the limit, and I was like, no, there's no way that I can only choose 10 books. I wanted to read all the books, and that just passion that my mother instilled in me by just taking me to the library. She actually thought it was a relief for her because she didn't have to watch us so much. It was like a little babysitter for her. So we would go to the library and get just engaged in all these books, and that's why we have Reading Rainbow in the Park.
What did you want to accomplish with today's day of service?
So I just wanted to, at first, I went around and talked to many of the youth, some in East Palo Alto, and asked them what they felt about reading, and I kept hearing reading is boring. And that was just sad to hear because I'm personally reading a book right now. It's The Long Walk Home by Nelson Mandela. I didn't realize he was so funny, and I'm just getting every book that I open up, you just find so many things that you just learn from and can grow from. And I just saw that these youth they're so talented to say those kind of words was really disappointing, and so I wanted to have this Reading Rainbow in the Park to get kids excited about reading. We wanted to make it fun. It's not just the library where it's quiet and you're just sitting there. You can't. You have to be confined. That's the old tradition of what library is. But if you go to East Palo Alto Library, you'll see that it's not like that. People they're engaging. There's all these programs. I sat with the library one afternoon, and I filled up the whole page, all the programs they're offering, and I just thought that was so amazing. I went to one of their the history of jazz at the library. Marcus Shelby, people pay to see him perform, but he gave a history lesson on women in jazz. That was just great, and that was free at the library. So I wanted to just bring kids and make them aware of all the resources to them, along with the parents. Parents support their children in reading. That helps.
Do you think you accomplished the goal?
I am so happy at the turnout with this event. It was really cool walking through the park this morning and seeing everything that I was imagining in my head, actually seeing it, seeing the posters, seeing the quotations about reading, and all the kids, and seeing them interacting with these activity tables. There was a bunch of kids over here just playing with all these letters and creating words. I I'm just so happy. I feel really happy right now.
The reason we started the Live the Dream Foundation is several of my board members and I were members of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s association in Silicon Valley, and we found that in order to do Dr. King's work, you have to be active year-round, and unfortunately the MLK Association is really featured on one weekend. And if you're going to have freedom, justice, and equality for all humankind, and I say humankind because if you say mankind, you're talking about man alone, and we say humankind because we're talking about all the people.
So what is Live the Dream Foundation?
Well, we are a spin-off from the MLK Association, and initially our message or our mission is freedom, justice, and equality for all humankind. But we also find one way of getting that done is to be attentive to our youth, and that's youth of all cultures, and to present programs that brings them closer together and help this diversified world. So we do things like the Reading Rainbow in the park is one of our new attractions to bring our people together, and the more that we're together, the better it is for us is a community. East Palo Alto is a very diverse community, and now we are stepping into doing the East Palo Alto Juneteenth Multicultural Festival, which will bring the diversity of this community to a head. It's where you will find programs that will feature the aspects for the entire community, something for everyone to come out and join in. And when you're in an environment where you're around people that you're not familiar with, you learn to adjust and to understand what they're about. And if you see their culture and their traditions, sometimes it gives you an awareness. And so our whole thing is to unify the community and to bring us to an understanding where we can all live in this world peacefully together.
Were you happy with today's turnout?
Oh, I'm ecstatic because there are so many things that were going on today. There was the introduction of a new soccer field just down the street. There's baseball games, football games. There's so many things going on throughout the community. But this turnout was, for me, especially due to the climate and all the other activities going on, it was very successful, and we will be doing this as an annual event. We'll be back next year with the same type of event, but just a little bit better. Each year we'll try to improve.